Something extraordinary has happened to Judy Sizemore's closet, making it feel more like a closet. An area that once caused claustrophobia now has enough space to hold all of Judy's striped boat neck sweaters. And Judy Sizemore has a lot of striped boat neck sweaters. The Container Store Elfa sale is here with 30% off Elfa and installation. The Container Store, where space comes from.
Hi, this is Jennie Walker, and welcome to Closet Conversations. Today is a follow-up podcast on a previous one I did about an experience that I had with Poshmark Authenticate. It was not a good experience, but this time I am happy to report a very good experience. I want to share with you what happened. So in the previous podcast, I talked about a vintage Donna Karan opera kind of puffer coat that I had sold for $1,000 full price on Poshmark. And as such, it goes directly to the Poshmark Authenticate team. And instead of being passing with flying colors, they flagged it. And they said the sizing was off. I had listed the coat as a large because it's super oversized. But there was actually a tag inside which was hard to see because it was layered under several others that said it was small. So they told the person who bought the coat, hey, this is a small. It's not the large that you bought. And the person said, I don't want it. So they sent it back to me. And I was really disappointed in that. Not just to lose the big sale, but as it turned out, they did not take the time to send measurements to the person who bought the coat. And measurements are a best practice of Poshmark, and they encourage everyone to do it. So I was super disappointed to learn that the Authenticate team did not take the 5 minutes it would have taken to measure the coat, send it to the person so that they could indeed see it is definitely not a small, and make some decisions based on some hard evidence, not just, hey, it's a small and not a large. I mean, that's obviously a coat. That's a big difference in a coat. These kinds of coats are super oversized anyway. They did not take the time to send measurements. Again, very disappointed in that, so they sent the coat back to me. Sale canceled. So, good news is I got it back, and I said, okay. They said, what you've got to do is list it as a small, but you have to, in the listing, say that it's oversized, put in the measurements, that should help you. So I took their advice. I listed the coat, but instead of listing it at $9.95, I listed it at $11.25. I raised the price to $11.25 because it's just an awesome coat. And I put in the measurements. I said it was oversized. Please check the measurements, and listed as a small. This time, I'm happy to report the person bought it at full price at $11.25, and it was sent to the team. They authenticated it, sent it on to the buyer. They accepted it today. I got a 5-star rating, and I got $900 instead of $800 on that coat. So all's well that ends well, as they say. So I was pretty pleased with that. So that makes me feel a lot better about the Poshmark Authenticate team. It makes me, as a seller, understand that the best course of action is apparently to list. Make sure you see a size tag or not. Make sure you look for it. And if it doesn't have one, say no size and put measurements, not just guess at a size. It's important to make sure measurements are in the listing. And in my listings, basically I say, please ask for measurements. I do not take the time to put them in at this point. All my measurements are put into eBay. And then as people ask for measurements, I cut and paste that information over into the listing. But I don't do that in advance. That is something on my list of things to sort out this year. So anyway, I'm really, really pleased that Poshmark, approved the coat. It sent it on. It gives me a lot of hope for selling high-end items. Previously the highest ticket item I had sold was $1,500 on a pair of boots. Now I have $1,125 jacket that I've sold. I've sold like a $995 pair of shoes. So it tells me that the people on Poshmark, the customers there, are arranged, that there are people certainly willing to spend 4 figures who have the resources and the money to buy these really, really special pieces, which I get a lot of as a stylist, and keeps me very, very encouraged to use this site. And so that's what I wanted to report on the Authenticate program. Now, they also, if you read the Poshmark information on their Authenticate program, they don't say anything about sizing. They say, quote, when you purchase a luxury item on Poshmark, it's shipped directly to Poshmark headquarters for authentication. Our team of luxury experts carefully inspect the item's authenticity by checking logos, tags, materials, hardware quality, and more. Once we've confirmed authenticity, we'll package it with care and ship it to you. If the item's authenticity cannot be verified, we will refund you immediately. So this is really interesting. They don't ever talk about sizing. And so I'm still, it's a head-scratching moment, what happened previously with my coat. It says all orders of $500 or more are eligible for Posh Authenticate. Shop with confidence knowing that your purchase will be 100% authentic 100% of the time. And it says all orders, including those qualifying for Posh Authenticate, are covered under Posh Protect. This means we will give you a full refund if your item does not match the listing description. So that's great. And so that gives me confidence that their team is doing what they're supposed to do. It does say that they are not. There's team. Let me see what it says down here. It says the experts that assist in providing additional verification through the Posh Authenticate service are not affiliated with or certified by any brand sold on Poshmark. So that's telling you that these are not experts in the traditional sense, as in I've gone to art history school, so I'm an expert in telling you if this painting is a real Rembrandt or not. These are people who are probably self-taught through experience with the brands. Perhaps they have worked with these brands. Perhaps they've worked with a Louis Vuitton or a Chanel in the past and are now on the other side. I have no idea. But anyway, so Poshmark is offering free shipping when you place orders of 500 or more on the site. It's valid through March 31st, 2019, midnight Pacific time. For those of you looking to shop on Poshmark, at least through my experience, you can feel comfortable that they are doing a pretty thorough job of making sure you get what you paid for. And that's it. That's all I wanted to say is I've had a positive experience, and that's really what we want. So we'll keep on buying and keep on selling. This is Jennie Walker with Closet Conversations. I am co-owner of Viden Luxury Consignment in Pasadena, California, and owner of JennieGirl LLC, which houses JennieGirl's Closet, my styling and resale business. And I have a showroom here in Pasadena. If you're ever looking for any vintage Moschino, I do specialize in that and provide that to stylists who dress celebrities in the LA area. And that's it. If you enjoyed this podcast, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and that will show me that I need to keep doing this and that people appreciate it. And I'll keep it coming a lot more in 2019. Thank you.